at 5:50 p.m. Unfortunately, the audio is not audible. I don't know why. So I am doing the live again. Um, I'm gonna talk through the Ikigai book synopsis again in detail. So, good evening. This is Dr. Aparna, and I am your emotional healing synergist. I am an Ayurvedic psychotherapist, a passionate infopreneur, edupreneur, a medical writer, and now a budding YouTuber. So, in my pursuit to address, promote, and propagate Ayurveda and psychotherapy globally, I come up with discussions every week, discussions or talk throughs regarding Ayurveda, mental health, psychotherapy, and related aspects in continuation to my emotional metamorphosis, that is mental transformation. So a way to transform, mindset transform or mental transformation is reading books. I am an avid reader, and I do uh, self help, mental health, you know book reviews as part of my, you know um, uh, for all of us to achieve emotional wisdom. And I have already done five to six book reviews, and this is, I think, the seventh book. So this is Ikigai, the book Ikigai, which I was, I loved. This book amazed me and gave me so many insights. We had discussed about the book in the, previous session, the important insights, the seven rules, and whatever, why should one read the book Ikigai. All that we have discussed in detail in the previous session. Please refer to the first session before you, listen to this session. Listen to this session. Actually, I did a live by 6 p.m. That was, the audio is not audible, unfortunately, so I have to do this again. So let's get started without wasting any time. So this morning I happened to read a beautiful quote. That quote says that, that is a quote by Aristotle for people. And after this quote, I'm gonna, talk through or revise, maybe for the people who have missed the last session a little bit. So, we are what we repeatedly do. That means excellence then is not an act but a habit. This is a quote, given by Aristotle. This morning, when I was making my highlights on the book, I happened to randomly come up, read this quote somewhere. So, we are what we repeatedly do is then excellence. What we think is not an act but a habit. So here, what happens is we always are, behind success, behind results, and we do not concentrate on the process, the act. That this is the excellence here is said to be as an habit, not as an act. So excellence is when your habit becomes consistent. So what we will start with this quote today. So, we are what we repeatedly do. So, the world's longest living people choose to value the journey, not the destination. This is also a quote. This is a quote in the book. So, I thought I'll share it first. So, the world's longest living people, this book is based on the world's longest happily, healthily living people. So, a place called Okinawa in Japan. So, uh, the world's longest living people choose to value the journey, not the destination. As I said, we all are behind the success or the destination, but the world's longest living people value the journey. That means value the process more than the destination. This says that embracing the process of life rather than fixating on end goals leads to a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. So, a person who finds joy in the everyday moments appreciates the journey of self discovery and values the process of growth is in living in alignment with this quote. So, a person who finds joy in everyday moments, that means they're saying that we have to find joy in everyday moments, you know, appreciating the journey of self discovery and valuing the process of growth. So, is in alignment with the Ikigai as well. So, here I have described, Ikigai in detail in my previous session. But however, in Japanese, Ikigai is written by combining the symbols that mean life with to be worthwhile. That means the purpose for which, that means Ikigai is a Japanese word which means reason for being. That means the reason for which we are alive. Every human on this planet has a purpose of his life, his or her life. So, the reason for your coming into the world. This is what Ikigai is. So, what this book is for? So, why should one read the book? Like people who want to live a long and happy life, people who are looking for their purpose in life, people who want to face life's challenges with a stress free mindset. So, here in this book, there is a concept called flow. So, the happiest people are not the ones who achieve the most. They are the ones who spend more time than others in a state of flow. That is what this means. That means the happiest people are not the ones who achieve the most. They say that they are the ones who spend more time than others in a state of flow. So, what is a state of flow then? So, concentrating on one thing at a time. That means maybe the single most important factor in achieving flow. So, if you have to achieve the state of flow, that means concentrating on one thing at a time. That means, in simple words, being mindful. That is the single most important factor in achieving flow. So, in order to achieve this optimal experience, we have to focus on increasing the time we spend on activities that bring us to this state of flow rather than allowing ourselves to get caught up in activities that offer immediate pleasure. So, uh, in order to achieve this optimal experience, that means the state of flow, they say it is mentioned in the book that we have to focus on increasing the time we spend on activities that bring us to this state of flow rather than allowing ourselves to get caught up in activities that offer immediate pleasure. So, while speaking of the state of flow, they also speak about something called slow living. That means being in a hurry is inversely proportional to the quality of life. They it is told in this book that, if you are hurry, being in hurry is, then it is inversely proportional. That means if you want to live a quality of life, a life with fulfillment, then don't be in a hurry always. So they say that, as the old saying goes, walk slowly, you will go far. That means when we leave urgency behind, life and time take on new meaning. This doesn't mean that they are saying that keep idle. You have to keep yourself busy, but don't be in a hurry, because Rome was not built in a day. Nothing happens in a day. So there, that means this means that. So here, let's go into a detailed synopsis, chapter wise synopsis. See, first, this Ikigai, that means the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, was actually written. This is a reality where, in a town of Japan, which is a blue zone, individuals with 100 plus who have lived for 100 plus years are still living happy and healthy life, and with longevity. So the authors Hector Garcia and Francis Mireles wanted to discover their secret to long and happy life. They started interviewing people there who lived, who are 112 years, 120 years, who are still very much happy and alive, and they are, they have found their ikigai. So when they spoke to number of people there, elders there, then they got some insights and some secrets to a long and happy life. So this book is based on that. It is not a fiction, it is based on a complete reality. So the introduction is the secret to a long and happy life. So, the introduction sets the stage for the exploration of Ikigai. So, introducing it as a Japanese concept that encapsulates the essence of a fulfilling life. The entire book talks about how to have a fulfilling life with a sense of purpose. So, this emphasizes on the idea that having a sense of purpose contributes to to longevity and happiness. So, here insights could be: Ikigai is about finding unique purpose in life. Your or mine or collectively our unique purpose in life. The reason you get up in the morning with enthusiasm and joy. As I said, every human on this planet has a purpose for his or her survival. So, Ikigai is about finding our unique purpose in life, the reason we get up in the morning with enthusiasm and joy. So, this concept is rooted in the idea that a life with meaning and direction leads to overall well being and contentment. So, here with the insights of the chapter, I have also, I'll also talk about a practical exercise, how we can imbibe, you know, every chapter, every saying, how can we imbibe? There is a practical exercise. So, for this, you know, reflect on moments. The practical exercises: reflect on moments in your life when you felt a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. So sit in a calm place and reflect on moments in your life when you felt a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. So consider what activities or circumstances contributed to those feelings. So, uh, you know, um, introspecting, this is something like introspecting, sitting and, analyzing when we felt a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. This is all about, ikigai is all about knowing your sense of purpose. Why are we on this planet, in this world? So, and how does it give the fulfillment? So consider what activities or circumstances contributed to those feelings. So, see, for example, my sense of purpose here is, even to come in front of you, is to address, promote, and propagate Ayurveda and psychotherapy globally. So, in this discourse, I come up, this is my sense of purpose, to help at least a billion people uh, in the plan on this planet, to come out of the mental health issues, and to imbibe ayurveda into daily lives. So this is my sense of purpose. Likewise, there is your sense of purpose. So you have to, the thing is, people, this book actually emphasizes on people to find their ikigai, that means sense of purpose, the search for meaning. So this chapter, first chapter here, chapter is this, this book is divided into chapters and sub chapters, but for easy understanding, I will say it as chapter only, I will quote it as chapter only. So the chapter says, first chapter says, the search for meaning. So this chapter delves into the importance of finding meaning and purpose in life. So it introduces the concept that a sense of purpose contributes to longevity and happiness. So having a sense of purpose contributes in longevity and happiness. So this chapter is talks entirely about importance of finding meaning and purpose in life. So ikigai is a powerful force that can drive individuals to lead a purpose driven life. So having a clear sense of purpose can significantly impact overall well-being. So practical exercise here is, write down three things that you are passionate about. So, actually, to say so, start journaling first. What happens is, when you start journal, um, you tend to get brainstorming ideas, and you can self reflect, introspect, self introspection, self reflection. So what you do is, you sit down, you write three things that you are passionate about. This is to find out what your ikigai is. So reflect on how you can incorporate them into your daily life. So, see what are the three things you are passionate about, and reflect on how you can incorporate them in your daily life. The main thing is, as we discussed earlier, you have to change your passion into profession. That means, what is your passion and how can you turn that into profession, and what problem of you're solving of the world, that means what the world needs. The next thing is, how can your passion turned into profession make you money, that means you can earn a living by turning your passion into profession. So this is the thing, for this you have to first sit and see what you are passionate about, list three things. Then you can um start minimizing the things that first when you start, then you can um go on seeing that what is that your what is your strength that could make you money, that you can turn into profession and then could make you a living. So the next chapter is the rules of ikigai. We have discussed the rules of ikigai earlier, so I'll just repeat. They say that stay active and don't retire. Stay active and don't retire is there where that in the some the town Okinawa, people, elders who are more than 99 or 100 years, they are also doing something. They don't retire, they stay active, they are also following their passion. So then the next point is take it slow. The next thing is don't fill your stomach. They say that 80% of the stomach should be filled and 20% should be kept empty. Next, fourth thing is surround yourself with good friends. The fifth thing is get in shape for your next birthday. That means they mean that get healthy. So, next is smile. They say that smile works as a magic. So, keep smiling. The next thing is reconnect with nature. They say that when you reconnect with nature, you can live longer and healthier life. Next is practice gratitude. That means give thanks. The next thing is live in the moment. So, and the next thing is follow your ikigai. That means follow your sense of purpose. This chapter introduces the rules that govern the pursuit of ikigai. So these are the rules which govern the pursuit of ikigai, how to attain your ikigai, including the starting small, releasing yourself, and finding joy in the here and now. These are some of the examples. So, starting small and making gradual progress lead to sustained success and fulfillment. So, letting go of self imposed limitations and societal expectations is essential in discovering one's ikigai. So, if we have to discover our ikigai, first we have to let go of self imposed limitations. Then we have to let go of societal expectation of us. Then only they say that we can discover our ikigai. So, a practical exercise could be identify small actionable step you can take towards a goal or passion. Commit to taking this step within the next 24 hours. So, identify a small actionable step you can take towards a goal or passion. Once you, in the first step, we had seen that once you identify your passion, you're taking a small actionable step towards that goal or passion, and then commit to taking this step within the next 24 hours. So do not procrastinate here. That means then the next chapter is magic of flow. So we talked about the state of flow. So the state of flow, this chapter explores the concept of flow. That means a state of complete immersion and focus in an activity. It highlights the joy and satisfaction that come from being in this state. So, the joy and satisfaction that comes from being in this state is concentrating on one thing at a time. So, achieving a state of flow leads to a deep sense of contentment and purpose. That means if you are savoring a meal, keep your phone aside. Don't watch TV. Just savor your meal. Just savor your food. Or if you are in the nature, don't keep your phones and don't be in the social media. Reconnect to the nature. be completely immersed in the nature. That is what this is saying. So, engaging in activities that bring about flow can be a powerful means of finding one's ikigai. So, practical exercise. So, choose an activity you enjoy and that challenges you. So, engage in it with full concentration, losing track of time. So, you have to choose an activity that you enjoy and that challenges you. So, this is to be in the state of flow and engage in it with full concentration, losing track of time. It could be anything. It could be reading, it could be swimming, it could be developing a skill, developing a hobby, new hobby. It could be anything. So, concentrating one thing at a time or engaging in concentrating one thing at a time. So, the next chapter is the importance of feeling needed. This chapter discusses the significance of feeling needed and making meaningful contributions to others and society. That means being of service and feeling needed creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. That means contributing to the well-being of others is a fundamental aspect of finding one's ikigai. So for this practical exercise is identify a way you can help someone today, even in a small, minute, simple manner. So if you could help someone even in a small way, see if you could help someone. So the next chapter is the sweet spot of longevity. This chapter focuses on relationship between ikigai and longevity. That means having a sense of purpose leads to longevity. This is what this chapter highlights. So, highlighting examples of individuals who have lived long and fulfilling lives. As I said, all these, things, all these rules, ikigai, everything is borrowed from those individuals who have lived long and fulfilling lives. So, if you want to get some practical examples, you can definitely go read the book. So, this chapter talks about living with purpose and a strong sense of ikigai. That means purpose has been linked to increased lifespan and improved health. If you are living for a purpose, with a purpose, then it has been linked to increased lifespan and improved health. The stories of centenarians offer valuable lessons in finding and sustaining ikigai. So, here, as I said, they were talking to most of the people who are 100 plus years old and are hale and healthy and surviving. So, talking to them, the stories of the 100 plus people who means aged people offer valuable lessons in finding and sustaining ikigai. So that's how they found how to sustain the ikigai, the sense of purpose. That means research and find stories of the for this practical exercises, you can also research and find stories of people who have lived long and fulfilling lives. Identify commonalities in their lifestyles and mindsets. If you interview five of the people who have lived at least 85 plus years of age, that means long and fulfilling lives, you can just identify the commonalities between their lifestyles and mindsets. You'll find some insights, you know, for your ikigai as well. So, the next chapter is exercise and longevity. So, this chapter emphasizes the importance of regular physical activity in promoting longevity and overall well-being. Here the exercise, they don't mean the actual going to gym, the gymnasiums, gymnastic gym and gymnasium and gymnastics. They mean that keep moving, that moving your body. It may be walking, it may be swimming, or whatever, dancing or whatever, yoga, whatever makes you happy, and whatever keeps you happy and going, keeps you moving. So that is what they talk about. You don't have to be sedentary, you have to keep moving. It is not just the hardcore intense exercises, it is not about that, but your body should be moving all the time. Don't be sedentary is what is talked about. So incorporating regular exercise into your routine has numerous physical and mental health benefits that we all know. So here, find an enjoyable form of exercise. Finding an enjoyable form of exercise makes it more likely to become a sustainable habit. Whatever it is, whatever form of exercise, they say that keep it, sustainable, consistent, keep it consistent, keep it going. So, practical exercise here is identify a form of exercise that you enjoy, whether it's dancing, hiking, yoga, swimming, or any other form of, other activity. Commit to engage in it regularly, or walking. It has also been mentioned in the book, for walking at least 21 minutes every day helps in, living longer and fulfilling, lives. So next chapter is mindfulness, mindful practices for everyday life. So this chapter introduces mindfulness practices like meditation and how they contribute to a balanced and purposeful life. So, mindfulness practices help cultivate present moment awareness and reduce stress. So, regular meditation on mindfulness exercises can lead to greater clarity and a deeper sense of ikigai. So, practical exercise, dedicate at least 10 minutes each day to a mindfulness practice. Mindfulness practice is being present in the moment. That could be meditation, that could be guided meditation, mindfulness exercises. So all of this, so they say the practical exercises, dedicate at least 10 minutes each day to a mindfulness practice. That means you can start with 3 to 5 minutes initially. Start with simple breathing exercises or guided meditation. Guided meditation can be found in YouTube, you know or you can search it on Google as well. You will find many guided meditations. So, the next chapter is discovering new passions. That means this chapter encourages the exploration of new interests and passions as a means of enriching one's life. That means they say that you have to, you know develop, new, being open to trying new things can lead to unexpected sources of joy and fulfillment. So embracing new passions can bring a renewed sense of purpose and excitement in life. So for this practical exercises, choose an activity or hobby you have never tried before. So dedicate some time to exploring it and see if it resonates with you. Choose an activity or a hobby that you have never tried before. Then what you do is you dedicate some time every day exploring it, and you know s- notice whether it is resonating. That means, um you are liking what you do. Are you passionate about, that hobby or that activity? Checking whether you are passionate about the hobby or activity. Next is finding your true calling. So this chapter focuses on the process of aligning your professional life with your ikigai. So if finding your true calling is aligning your profession with your passion. That means identifying a career or vocation that aligns with your passion and strengths. Your passion and strengths. Your profession should align with your passion and with your strengths. This is a key component of living with Ikigai. So, pursuing work that you love and find meaningful can lead to a more fulfilling and satisfying professional life. So, reflect on your current career or profession. Does it align with your ikigai? So, you just sit and you analyze whether your current profession is aligning with your passion. Are you aligned with your passion? If not, consider how you can take steps to move closer to your passion, move closer to your ikigai. So the next chapter is building strong habits. So here, this chapter explores the importance of developing positive habits and routines that support a purpose driven life. So habits shape your our daily lives and can either contribute to or hinder our sense of ikigai. So here they talk about developing positive habits and routines that support a purpose driven life. The entire book is dedicated to purpose driven life. So cultivating positive habits requires conscious effort and repetition. We are what we repeat. So here, practical exercise could be identify one positive habit you would like to develop. It could be reading book, it could be regular exercise, it could be gratitude practice, whatever it could be. Create a plan to integrate that habit into your routine. That means how would you imbibe that habit into your routine? Next is embracing solitude. That means this chapter discusses the value of spending time alone and the benefit it brings to personal growth and self discovery. So, this chapter talks about spending time alone for some time. That brings personal growth and self discovery. That means it also talks about self care. So solitude provides an opportunity for introspection, self reflection, and gaining a deeper understanding of oneself. So embracing solitude is a powerful way to reconnect with your inner desires and align with your ikigai. That means align with your sense of purpose. So embracing solitude is a powerful way to reconnect with your inner desires and you're aligning with your ikigai, that is your sense purpose. So, purpose of life. Here, a practical exercise could be set aside some time each week for intentional solitude. Intentionally set aside some time for yourself. Use this time for self reflection or journaling or pursuing a solo activity that you enjoy. Use this time for either for journaling, either for self reflection or for self care, or you pursue a solo activity. The next chapter is accepting the impermanence of life. That means this chapter addresses that life is not permanent. That means impermanence of life and the importance of accepting change and embracing the present moment. So here it acknowledges the transient nature of life. Life is not permanent, it is very transient, and allows for a greater appreciation of each moment. So, when you acknowledge the life is not permanent, you appreciate every moment that comes to your life. Embracing impermanence can lead to a more mindful, present, and purposeful existence. So, here a practical exercise is practice mindfulness by fully immersing yourself in a simple activity such as savoring a meal or appreciating nature. So, next chapter is a meaningful life. So, the whole book, you know, um, radiates to or is put together to attain a meaningful life. This chapter ties together the various concepts discussed in the book, emphasizing the pursuit of a meaningful life as the essence of Ikigai. That means insights living with purpose and meaning is the heart of Ikigai. That means providing a roadmap to a fulfilling and joyful experience. Each individual's journey towards a meaningful life is unique and should be embraced. So each individual's journey towards a meaningful life is unique. That means each of us have a different ikigai in our life, and we all should embrace that, embrace our ikigai. So here a practical exercise could be write down a personal mission statement or mantra that encapsulates your commitment to living with ikigai. So what is that personal mission statement that you want to achieve, that aligns with your sense of purpose? That means that encapsulates your commitment to living with ikigai. So you can do that. The next chapter is the Japanese way of eating. To live long, to live happy, to live healthy. For holistic wellness, diet also plays a very important role. That means this chapter explores the traditional Japanese diet and its role in promoting health, longevity, and a sense of well being. So, the Japanese people's diet emphasizes fresh, seasonal, and balanced meals which contribute to overall health and vitality. That means they say that you should have everything: cereals, pulses, grains, seasonal vegetables, fruits. If you are a non vegetarian, seasonal local meats, you know, all of those. Like, mean, having all proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, a source of fat, everything. You have to have a variety in your plate. That is what they say. So, the practical exercise for this could be, that means the mindful and balanced eating is an integral part of the Ikigai lifestyle. So, to lead a Ikigai lifestyle, mindful and balanced eating is a crucial part. So, next for this exercise could be try incorporating more elements of the traditional Japanese diet. This we can do with the Indian diet as well, because our diet is full of everything. Our thali is full of everything. So they say that incorporating traditional Japanese diet into your meals, such as seasonal vegetables, or if you are a non-vegetarian, seasonal localized whatever meats you get, that in small portions. So the next chapter is the spirit of kaizen. Kaizen, some of you might have heard the word kaizen. This chapter introduces the concept of kaizen. Kaizen means continuous improvement. So continuous improvement, so it emphasizes the value of making small, tiny incremental changes over time. That means you are adding small and incremental changes. Continuous, you are continuously improving every day. That means kaizen encourages a mindset of constant growth and improvement in all aspects of life. Small consistent steps can lead to significant positive transformations. So that could be very small steps, but consistent steps can lead to significant positive transformations. Like 20 minutes of exercise or 2 minutes of brushing twice every day will lead to a good dental hygiene, right? So kaizen is, having a mindset of constant growth and improvement in all aspects of your life. So here a practical exercise is identify an area of your life where you'd like to see improvement. So you have to identify an area or aspect of your life where you want to see improvement, then break it into small manageable steps and actionable steps, and commit to making one change. You know, you have to break the area of the life where you have to see the improvement into small or tiny manageable and actionable steps. You can start journaling. If you write it down, it will be easy. And commit to make one change. This is a practical exercise. And the next chapter is the power of community. Here, this chapter discusses the importance of being part of a supportive community and the positive impact it has on one's well being. So, being part of a community provides a sense of belonging and support, which is essential for overall happiness. So, engaging with others who share common interests or values can enhance a sense of ikigai. So, what is a practical exercise is seek out a local group or online community related to interest or passion where your interest and passion matches. Suppose you are a public speaker, so you can search a community where your interest, there are a group of public speakers where your interest and your passion aligns with that group of people, and you can join and actively participate in discussion or events. This is next chapter is the gentle art of purpose. So this chapter delves into the idea that purpose doesn't have to be grandiose. That means the purpose, if the purpose may not be very huge or very great, even small everyday activities can contribute to a meaningful life. That means finding purpose in the ordinary and mundane aspects of life is just as valuable as pursuing big goals. That means everyday acts of kindness, creativity, and mindfulness can be powerful expressions of ikigai. So, everyday acts of maybe kindness, creativity, mindfulness also can be powerful expressions of ikigai. You don't, your idea or purpose doesn't have to be very huge. They tell that you can start with small and everyday activities that also can contribute to a meaningful life. That means you can find purpose in the ordinary or mundane aspects of life, and that is also as valuable as pursuing bigger goals. So, a practical exercise for this is identify a simple everyday activity that you often do. Consider how can you infuse it with more intention and meaning. So, consider, for example, you do an activity every day, but now you should see that how you can do with more intention and meaning. So, that will serve a greater purpose. That small thing which you do every day, you should do it with more intent and meaning so that it serves a greater purpose. So, the next chapter is the seven rules of Ikigai. We have already discussed the rules of Ikigai. That means this chapter consolidates the key principles discussed throughout the book into seven actionable rules for living a life filled with Ikigai. That means a sense of purpose filled with sense of meaning and fulfillment. Seven actionable rules. That means the seven rules provide a clear framework for cultivating and sustaining a sense of purpose and fulfillment in life. So, following these rules can lead to be a more intentional, balanced, and joyful existence. So, a practical exercise here could be review the seven rules of Ikigai and consider. You can refer to the previous talk through for the seven rules of Ikigai. I have explained it in detail. So, review the seven rules of Ikigai and consider how you can integrate them into your daily life. So, how can you integrate the 7 rules of Ikigai and make it an actionable plan? So, you can make a specific action plan. So, how will you integrate those 7 rules of Ikigai? So, here, after all the chapters, is the conclusion, that is finding your Ikigai. The conclusion reinforces the idea that discovering and living according to your Ikigai, your living your purpose, is a lifelong journey that requires ongoing reflections and adjustment. You have to keep self reflecting, introspecting, and adjusting, you know, for to a very, timely. You have to do that. It has to be lifelong reflection, lifelong introspection, lifelong finding the purpose, and you are adjusting to the changes. So, finding your Ikigai is a dynamic process that evolves over time. That means it is important to continually reassess and adapt your pursuits to align with your changing passions and circumstances. If your passions are changing, then it should align with your Ikigai should align with your changing passions and circumstances. So your passion should be aligned to your profession to the purpose. So here a practical exercise is: set aside some time regularly, it could be monthly or quarterly, for self reflection. That means ask yourself if your current activities and pursuits align with your evolving sense of purpose or evolving sense of Ikigai. That means whatever you're doing in the profession wise, or whatever your current activities and pursuits are they aligning with your sense of purpose? That means your evolving sense of Ikigai. So you have to set aside time regularly for self reflection, or say introspection. So by this, here we come to the end of the session. So this is the summary of detailed summary of or the synopsis of the chapters that I felt while reading the book are important, and it, I need to I thought I could share with you. So if you have read through the book, and if you have felt something is more you if you have some insights to share, then you can comment in the comment section. And if you have any takeaways from the session or from the book, that also you can comment in the comment section. If you have any queries, or if you want me to do any other book reviews, you can also mention that in the comments. So thank you for staying tuned, and namaste for today.